Welcome to a word of hope for Friday in the 23rd week of Ordinary Time, the memorial of St. John Chrysostom. My name is Father Jordan DeGuire, and I'm a chaplain at Aquinas College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Have you seen the TV show The Chosen? It follows Jesus and his disciples depicting the events from the gospel and filling it in with backstories and other details. It's gotten a lot of views online. There's a scene in there that I like very much, where Jesus is calling his 12 apostles and he's going to send them out to preach. And they say, teacher, what are we supposed to say? We've barely begun to follow you. What do we share? And Jesus says, anything you've ever heard me say, you share with others. Those words weren't meant just for you. They were meant for all people. Today in our gospel, Jesus says something about the relationship between a teacher and his disciples. He says that no disciple is superior to his teacher, but when fully trained, every disciple becomes like his teacher. When Jesus calls us to follow him, he calls us as his disciples, as his students, his followers. And then he sends us out to make more disciples, to share his word with others. When he does that, he doesn't ask us to have it all figured out. He doesn't ask us to have it all put together. He's not asking us to be him. There's one teacher, Jesus, and we are all disciples. But he does call us to share what we've received with others, to speak about the ways that we've experienced him in our own lives, and to call others to know that same love, that same grace, that same mercy that we've found as disciples of Jesus Christ. Our saint that we celebrate today, St. John Chrysostom, I think is a great example of that. He wasn't a Dominican. He lived about 800 years too early for that, but he is the patron saint of preachers. This was a man who was known for his ability to proclaim the word. His name, Chrysostom, literally means golden-mouthed, for his ability to preach. But above all, he was a man who knew that he was loved by the Lord Jesus and lived out of that in his ministry. He famously tried to avoid becoming a priest. He thought he wasn't prepared, that he didn't have it within himself to do this, to be everything that he was called to be. But he depended on the Lord. He didn't try to become superior to his teacher. He didn't try to present himself as the expert who had it all figured out. But he shared what he himself had received and called others to encounter the living Lord Jesus Christ. It's the same with us. We're not called in the life of discipleship to have it all figured out, to be perfect, to know every step of the way. We're called to trust in him, to follow, and then to share with others what we've received from him, to call others to be disciples of the one teacher, Jesus the Christ.